Welcome to Tuber Chat. If you have less than 10,000 subscribers, you've come to the right place. We are going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Today, we're looking at the Essence of Sonia. This is our featured channel. Every episode of Tuber Chat, we're on episode number 35 now. We feature a creator, somebody who's dynamic, somebody who is willing to share and collaborate with other creators and continuously is aggressively growing their channel. With well over 300 subscribers, Essence of Sonia is well on her way towards the 1,000 that we all look for as growing YouTubers. So she's a dynamic creator and does a lot of fun things on her live streams, including games and trivia and things like that. So I hope that you'll connect with the Essence of Sonia and find out what it's like to connect with a creator that is dedicated, loyal, and continuously comes back the way we all need. Let me welcome a lot of people in the house. We've got a busy start like usual lately, so thank you for that. Georgia Bulldogs is in the house always, every episode. Georgia Bulldog seems to make it. Life Through Our Eyes 303 is also here. FIFA World and Other Gaming with Nothing But Love from NYC. So thank you for coming in again. It's Fifi777. You did a 3-hour live stream yesterday, I think, if Kristen was explaining it right. So that's good times. FIFA World, you're right. The grind never does stop. So hopefully we're going to help everybody grow their channels a little bit more today, meet some new friends and family members, and keep that grind going. Us Never Them, thank you for coming in again. I appreciate every moment that you spend here at Tuber Chat. Kristen, my love, of course, is with us as always. Shenzhen Zen is a featured channel for next weekend. And Thailand Mick, great to see you again. Thank you for coming in. Zelda Master John will also be featured next weekend. And then Becky Peters, thank you for coming in also. Again, Just Living Life is here. Kiki Soul Fitness, it's great to see you back. Ducking Entertainment Channel, always a pleasure to have you in the house as well. And I hopefully am not missing anybody in the chat. I'm just catching up here a little bit. The Triplet family, always good to see you. MJ and J Family Mukbangs, thank you for coming in again. Marriage of Marijuana with Miss Dan Cakes, thanks for coming in again. It's been a little while, but I'm happy to see you again. The VMC Show, which is Vern's Junk Closet's brand new channel, which I'm anxiously awaiting to see what she's going to do with that channel. And then hopefully I haven't skipped anybody. Vern, I'm always good. Living the dream, as you can see. So I'm really looking forward to what you're going to do with that second channel. And then Kiki Soul Fitness, thank you for the kind words. Hopefully we are all happy with what's been happening with Tuber Chat over the last long while. We have great community building of dedicated and loyal supporters. As I put channels on the screen, you hear the stories that I tell about the character of the creators behind the channels and the idea that they continuously come back and collaborate with one another by watching videos, giving thumbs up, giving meaningful comments, and all the things we need as growing YouTubers. Moments with Wakari. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Miss Mada, it's great to see you back again. I'm always doing good. Hopefully you are too. So if you guys don't mind, what I will do is just address something that's been happening over the weekend that's had everybody a little bit wondering what's going on. Occasionally, YouTube purges subscribers as well as watch time. They're a little bit secretive as to exactly how that's done. They kind of give us ideas, but we can never really be sure. Some of it has to do not so much with the connecting the wrong way, like we talk about all the time here, but sometimes what happens is if you've connected with somebody and they haven't come back to watch any of your videos and you haven't watched any of theirs, there's no comments, there's no likes, there's no interaction of any kind, it's very possible that YouTube is going to purge that connection. Over the weekend, we heard from creators in different live streams talking about losing anywhere from 10 to even over 40 subscribers in one day. And this happens because YouTube likes to purge. If you've kept an eye on your analytics and your watch time, you're always wondering why your numbers go up and down, and it just doesn't seem to make any sense. So the algorithm plays a little bit of catch up. And what happens is, as you build, as you gain new subscribers, and as you gain watch time, a lot of it registers, and then the algorithm kind of processes and then decides what it believes is validated and what is not. Zelda Master John pointed out a fantastic piece of literature on the Google website where they describe themselves. Some of the things that they are not going to count for us are what they call low quality playbacks. This only has to do with watch time and views, but what happens is, if you're trying to push too hard, there's things we can do to speed things up for everybody, and I'll talk about those. I talk about them every day. But once you start going too far, it's just not going to count. So for instance, having multiple windows open if you're trying to watch videos from a channel and watch their live stream at the same time, YouTube is kind of aware that it may not really be possible for you to be doing that. They call that low quality playbacks. And it's very possible that it's, first of all, not going to count at all. Secondly, going to get purged. So I just wanted to bring a small amount of light to possibilities about what might have been happening this weekend, when a lot of people have been up and down with their subscribers and up and down with their watch time. You can expect a lot more of this for anybody who's been around for any amount of time here on YouTube. You're going to know that this happens frequently. So it's nothing to be worried about. Unfortunately, in our world, it is constantly a game of 2 steps forward and 1 step back. But as I always like to say, if you are willing to give much more than you ever expect to receive on YouTube, you will end up getting more than you ever wanted anyway, but you almost have to be willing to do that. If you want 10 comments, you go out and give 30. If you want 10 watch hours, you go out and give 30. And if you want 10 views, then you go out and give 30. And that's just the way that it goes. You'll be pleasantly surprised that my numbers are always exaggerated, and it's not quite as difficult as I'm making it sound. But you do have to be aware. We're always going to do 2 steps forward, 1 step back. But I promise, if you just put out 1 piece of quality content per week as a minimum, and you continue to do the things that you need for other creators, including watching videos, giving comments, giving meaningful comments, giving likes and sharing and things like that, it will all come back to you in spades. So I will move on. And I know we've had a few more people come in. So thank you for coming and visiting. As we get bigger and our channels grow and we follow more and more people, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all might like. So I appreciate every moment that you spend, especially here on Tuber Chat and with me personally. I will leave messages in the chat from my personal account once in a while if you want to connect with me there. But Willow Galaxy, thank you for coming in. It's wonderful to see you again. It's me, Wanston, yes, Honey, which is one of the most supportive creators on all of YouTube, is back with us again. Thank you for that. Just Living Life, I did welcome you, I believe. Moments with Wakari. So I believe this is your first time here, and forgive me if you've been here before and I'm wrong about that, but hopefully you feel welcome. I know you walked in right as I was about to give a long-winded speech there, but we have a lot of dynamic creators that come through Tuber Chat regularly, and you're going to find yourself with some new friends and family members. That's almost guaranteed. The best idea is to go first. Don't wait for anybody to come to you. Just reach out to a channel one by one, like the Essence of Sonia here. Watch a short video in full. It must be at least a minute long. And then you leave a meaningful comment related to the content of that video, which should be at least a couple of full sentences long. Give the creator a thumbs up. And if you enjoy their content, you subscribe to them. We subscribe to everybody at Tuber Chat. And then come back into the chat here, leave a single or double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you've connected, and then they can turn around and do the same thing for your channel. Forgive me if I've missed any messages in the chat. You guys know I'm trying to do a better job of catching up. And thank you, Ducking Entertainment Channel, for your kind words. I say this all the time. Those of you who've been with Tuber Chat and with me personally for the many months have heard me repeat the same things over and over and over again. One of the things I always say is I learn from creators of all sizes every day. And luckily, Zelda Master John, for instance, who I had already decided to feature next weekend, had a conversation with me last night on Instagram, and we were talking about some of this stuff, the purging that's been going on. And I got a few messages over the weekend from a few people, and I saw it in a lot of live streams as well. When we talk about all these things, it's just you want to I learn from creators every day. Forgive me for dancing around my words. So I learn from creators of all sizes every single day. There's always more information that can be learned. And all that I wish to do when we're here is to take whatever it is that I learn and have learned over the last several years on YouTube so that you can add it to the information you already know and the things you're going to continue to learn so that you can make the best decisions for your own channel. There are some universal truths that are always the same for all of us, but there are many different things that apply to individual creators. So I always want you to be able to make the best decisions. And luckily, Zelda Master John came forward last night to me with that piece of information, which I had not seen, that was describing the idea behind low quality playbacks. Now, sometimes I will go a little bit farther with this. Sometimes YouTube will word things in a way that is not, it's clear but not concise. And so when they use the term low quality playback, we don't have a choice but to assume that they may also mean low quality is if you're watching videos under like 144 pixel resolution. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that actually doesn't matter, but you just don't want to be putting your stuff on the lowest quality. Maybe. I'm not even saying that that's right, but because of this new piece of information that we found, you just don't want to be pushing to the lowest quality. Very, very similarly to the idea that when you're watching videos and especially running playlists for other creators, and I can get into that as well, you don't want to have the volume off. It must be at least, I believe, level 2, where if you are on a computer, you will see the... wonder if I can show you. Maybe I can show you here. So when we look at our volume control here, I'm going to pause this because I don't need it running. And I got to pause another window here. When you look at your volume control, hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. But as I raise the volume and lower it, you don't want to go all the way down to the point where those little, the line going through the speaker shows up. So I keep my volume when I'm running playlists around here, and it seems to be fine. I've never had a problem with watch hours. I do a lot of watching statistics and stuff like that to make sure. But because we already know that that's true, we have to assume that when YouTube uses terms like low quality playbacks, first of all, they're talking about things you can't possibly be doing, which means paying attention to a live stream and watching 2 other videos at the same time. They spell that out for us, but I just want you to be aware, maybe our idea is let's not keep our quality of resolution when we're watching videos at the very lowest point. So hopefully that's helpful. And like I said, I love sharing any information. So let's get on to what we're here for. Everybody's here for the purpose of connecting, the purpose of growing our channels. You want to be building on a strong and solid foundation of loyal and dedicated supporters who are going to continuously come back to watch your videos, give you meaningful comments, likes, and all the other things we need as growing YouTubers, not only in the coming days, but hopefully weeks, eventually months, and possibly years. And so hopefully everybody is having a good time connecting with each other in the chat. Again, please don't be shy. Reach out to anybody that you'd like. Take your time. Visit everybody one by one. We want to make sure that the love always sticks. That's the way that we put it around here. And then, like I said, you just visit a channel, watch a short video in full, and then leave a meaningful comment. Give a thumbs up always, and if you enjoy the creator's content, you subscribe. course, I have to say that we subscribe to everybody at Tuber Chat, and then come back into our chat here, leave a single or double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you've connected, and then they can turn around and do the same thing for your channel. Sincerely, Lucy, thank you for coming in. Lucy is a supporter that's been with me for months and months and months, about as long as Vern's Junk Closet, who's here with the VMC show now. And Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder, it's good to see you again. Amoya McDonald, thank you for coming back. And I hope I haven't missed anybody. Forgive me if I have. I certainly don't mean to. You guys know that I get into these long-winded speeches, and I just want to make sure I'm sharing everything that I possibly can. But maybe it's time that we get into some more channels. So let me spin the wheel. We had some very early channels here with us in the chat waiting to start. So I've already got them on the wheel. And then we'll think about adding some more names in a little while. FIFA World and Other Gaming is back with us again and again. This is a dynamic creator who I've been fortunate to visit several times. Thank you, Lucy. Yeah, Tuber Chat seems to be chugging along just nicely. And this is a cool, I believe you changed your avatar. If I mentioned it already, then forgive me, because I don't remember whether I said it or not. But you might have changed it. So you've got a new intro. That's 2 weeks ago, so we should have known that. You've been doing some live streaming in the last 48 hours, which is great. And then this avatar, I believe, is relatively new. So forgive me if I'm wrong, but I'm quite sure. And Catherine with Friends, thank you for sharing for us. Be Righto, it's good to have you back. JJ's Mix, it's always wonderful to see you. Kiki Soul Fitness, I'm glad whenever you come by as well. And hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting. I'm going to get you, excuse me, just for a quick second, and I'll be right back. Lucy, thank you for sharing also. I'm happy to let everybody know Tuber Chat has its community tab now. So we hit 1,000 subscribers last weekend. It took until yesterday, but the community tab showed up. So we're happy to have that now. The Zeophobic 73 channel, thank you for coming in again. It's great to have you back. And then, like I keep saying, we have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's here for the same thing, so please don't be shy. Reach out to anybody that you'd like FIFA World and Other Gaming here. Watch a short video in full of at least 60 seconds long, at least 1 minute or more, and then leave a meaningful comment related to the content of that video of at least a couple of full sentences long, and then give the creator a thumbs up always. And if you enjoy their content, you subscribe to them, and then you come back into the chat here, leave a single or double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you've connected, and then they can turn around and do the same thing for your channel. As Inspired by Nature NG, thank you for coming back in. Mayasi Vlogs, thank you for coming in. I wonder if this is your first time here with Tuber Chat. Forgive me if I'm wrong about that, and thank you for letting everybody know to thumbs up. And Lucy, thank you for reminding everybody to thumbs up and to share. If you do have the ability to share, whether it's on your community tab or Facebook or Twitter or any other social network, of course, we'll appreciate it, because it helps get more people in here and we can maximize our impact for everyone. And then as well, I do always remind everybody to give a thumbs up if you can. And when we're on a phone, you have to turn the chat off for a quick second to do it. And then you don't lose your place. It literally only takes a moment, and then you can get right back into the chat. But we'll appreciate it if you do, because it helps, of course. And then so Zelda Master John is going to be featured this coming Friday. We're back on regular schedule next weekend. The times of the live streams will change, but we will be here on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Georgia Bulldogs, thank you for sharing on Instagram. And yes, everybody, we are available. Tuber Chat is available on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, and we'll be expanding that as well. But anywhere that you have the ability to share for us, of course, I'll appreciate. But we also do posts that are very easy to reshare or retweet or what have you. So thank you for that. Danielle 2K22, thanks for coming in. And Jaden Sue, thanks for coming in. Daniel, I wonder if we've seen you before, and forgive me if I'm wrong, if this is your first time here at Tuber Chat, but I'm hoping that you will feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's here for the same thing, so please don't be shy. Reach out to anybody that you'd like, one by one. Take your time with it, have fun, and then visit each creator's channel and spend the time that it takes to connect with them genuinely by watching a short video of at least a minute long, leaving a genuine, meaningful, long-winded comment of at least a couple of full sentences, and then give a thumbs up. And if you enjoy their content, subscribe, and then come back here and let them know that you've done that, and then they can do the same for you. So I will spin my wheel again. I'll let it go just a littlest while longer, and then I'll start adding some more names. Life Through Our Eyes 303 is also going to be featured next weekend. Georgia Bulldogs, of course, is a previously featured channel here at Tuber Chat. They're always with us. I'm glad to see everybody connecting. Yoga with Mo, I'm glad to see you back again. Thank you very much. And Catherine with Friends, I appreciate your share. I don't know how long ago it was that you got in, and I know you. I noticed your notification for sharing before I even saw you slip into the chat. So thank you again for that and for visiting us. So let's get Becky Peters on the wheel, and I'll get Life Through Our Eyes 303 up here so we can have a look. MJ&J Family Mukbangs. Tends to come through quite quickly. VMC Show. We're going to have a look at your channel in a bit, obviously, Vern, but when is your first, I know you put an intro. When is your first video? Because I haven't seen the intro yet, so forgive me, but I wonder when your next, when you're going to begin content on that channel. Shenzhen Zen. Moments with Wakari. I'm just whipping a bunch of channels on here really fast. And then where is, so VMC Show's there. Let's get Lucy up on the wheel too. Chit Chat Queen, thanks for coming in again. Oh, you're working on it. Okay, VMC. So Vern's Junk Closet, who is here with a new channel, VMC Show, is a very, very busy girl. She has been guest on many different panels. I've been fortunate to be with her on a couple of her live streams. And I always have a great time there, but there's always much to be learned by her. So I'm very excited to see anything that Vern's going to do. Tuber Chat is a member of Vern's Junk Closet, just so that I can put that out there. And so I'm going to be very happy to see what you do with that second channel. Santa V Gaming, thank you for coming back in. Yeah, it has been a minute, but I appreciate you coming back. And I'm going to think about spinning the wheel, and then I'll add some more names. The way that the wheel works is once you've been here for a little while, I don't keep a timer, it's just arbitrary, but let's say 20 minutes or so. And I know that you've been connecting with other creators and meeting new friends and family members active in the chat, then I add your name to the wheel. The wheel's completely random as we see. And then why did I not already subscribe to this? Have I got you in my watch later and I didn't subscribe yet? I'm just going to do it now whether I should or not. And then I thought that I'd put that in my watch later list. I'm going to look. I think what I did is I let the watch later list run, but I haven't gone back and commented and liked. I try to actually watch the videos, but when I have to, if I'm crunched for time, then I'll just let it run. Or did I add it on my personal channel? Is that why? Oh, there you are. Okay, so it was already there. So it's just a matter of going back and either commenting or letting that run, or one or the other. So I often get behind with my watch later list. Anyway, this is the VMC show. This is the second channel from Vern's Junk Closet, of which Tuber Chat is a member, because Vern's Junk Closet, first of all, has been connected with me both personally and supportive of Tuber Chat since the beginning, since I even created it. She's actually part of the inspiration for the creation of what we're doing here. My start in this community and the things that I originally learned came from very much from Vern's Junk Closet and a few other channels, but there is a generous community of creators that are unbelievably supportive around her all the time. So I hope everybody will connect with both of these channels, because there's a lot to be learned from her. And it's always a pleasure for me hanging out with her in her live streams. It's been a while since I've been there for Bring Your Brains. Bring Your Brains is a game that Vern often does on live streams on Vern's Junk Closet. And I know you were, I forget the last time that you did it. I know recently you were doing them. Okay, thank you very much, Lucy. I really appreciate you coming by and spending time. Let's get Catherine with Friends on the wheel. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit faster than I usually do, because Tuber Chat is getting a little bit busier, and I'm going to have to learn to speed things up a bit. So Catherine with Friends, sometimes that happens. I add a name to the bottom of the wheel, and it comes up right away. I don't know if that's chance. But either way, Catherine with Friends is another dynamic creator who is generous in sharing for us often, which she just did today again. And so I'm happy to have her there. What is this that you have scheduled? Did you mean to schedule that for, it's midnight my time. This is, I forget what time zone you're in, Catherine with Friends. But anyway, she's got a live stream ready to go. So that's great. And it looks like it's only 9.5 hours from now. So it's going to be, oh, that's wrong. Oh, maybe my time is wrong. There's all kinds of glitches going on these days with YouTube. So that's okay. Tonight at 9 p.m. Are we in the same time zone, Catherine? I'm in Niagara Falls, Canada, which is New York time. I'm just curious more than anything else. So Catherine with Friends, for instance, does this featured channels collaboration here. Oh, there's Vern's Junk Closet there too. So, and she's got 12 veils on there. And yeah, she's got like a good handful of channels here. That's a great collaboration that anybody can do. And what that basically does is when you're featuring channels here on your front page, you're telling your audience and the YouTube algorithms that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels feature you in return, they are saying to their audiences and the YouTube algorithm that you are worthy of being featured by them. And you can imagine the impact that that has both on the YouTube algorithm and on your audiences. So if you have featured Tuber Chat on your front page or my personal channel, pardon me, Kevin K, then please let me know if I don't already know so that I can make sure I return that favor, because I absolutely do that with both channels. I'm glad Becky Peters is having a good time connecting with everybody. The Moments with Wakari, hopefully you're having a good time as well. I'm glad to see everybody so interactive today. So let's spin and we'll get another channel up here. And then so Catherine with Friends, whatever you do, forgive me, but just let me force some advice on you. Just have a look at that, that time just to make sure that that glitch is not something that's going to hold you back and have people miss your thing. I didn't mean to do that. I accidentally spun, but it was sincerely a Lucy. I think, see, I'm having so much trouble. I think that Lucy just left. I meant to take Catherine with Friends off. Sincerely, A. Lucy just spun. I'll put it up for a second, but if she's already gone, we'll move on quickly. Sincerely, A. Lucy, somebody who's been connected to me both on my personal channel and with Tuber Chat for many, many, many months. She's a dynamic creator. She's actually the first creator that asked to interview me, and that was quite a while ago. I wonder if I can even find that video now, because it's been a bit. Is it already 3 months? There, 4 months ago. Yeah, so it's quite a little while. But anyway, we did a interview where we were just talking YouTube for about an hour and this and that, and that was a great time. But she's a dynamic creator that is very much loved and well respected in this community, and somebody who I hope you'll connect with. Of course, yeah, Zeophobic 73 channel. It can really help. So we go over that a lot. We go out over it often here, so that we can try to help like as many creators as possible maximize their impact. And then let me spin again. Oh, the Positive Mukbanger, thank you for coming in. Roxy's Tale, welcome. I think this is your first time here with Tuber Chat, so forgive me if I'm wrong about that, but I appreciate you coming in. Hopefully you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house that are willing to connect with you. We're all here for the same thing, so please don't be shy. Reach out to anybody at all in the chat that you'd like to. Take your time with it. And we're going to put Becky Peters up here, and I'll describe the process of how we connect in Tuber Chat. We're very focused on loyal and dedicated relationships between creators. So Becky Peters, I think you left, if I remember right, if it was, it wasn't yesterday, I wasn't here, but if it was Saturday or Friday, you were here, and I had added you into my watch later list. And so I'm just gonna make sure. I'm just gonna take this latest video. I forgot. Oh, you know what I did? I remember. All your videos are short, so I took your 4-minute one. Where is it? Is it this? Don't stop. No, it's this Wings cover, and I added this into my watch later. If I go add to playlist. Now, I just did it again, but yeah, it says watch later. So it's in my watch later list. So what I will do is after the live stream today, before next weekend, I will go through my watch later list, and I will watch that video in full, and I will leave you a meaningful comment of at least a couple of sentences long, and then I will give you a thumbs up, of course, and I will subscribe, and then that way I will make sure that the connection sticks. We always want to be doing it the right way. Typically, I don't usually subscribe or watch videos while I live stream, but I will make sure that that's done afterwards, and by the time you return to us, hopefully next Friday or Saturday or Sunday or Monday, we'll be connected and our love will stick. So I'm going to spin, and we'll get another channel up here. I should have took Lucy off already, but that's okay. Moments with Wakari. I believe this is your first time here, so we're going to get a first look at what you have got going on for everybody to connect with today. Oh, Roxy's Tale, yeah, what we do, I know you just heard me mention it, and I know I've got it rolling at the bottom of the screen. Oh, my BS Life, I'm so happy that you're here. I'm featuring you next weekend, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that to you yet, but I've got you planned for Sunday to be our featured channel. So this is Moments with Wakari. So you've got... So you've been on YouTube for a year, but you really got aggressive like 2 months ago. But I see you're putting out content regularly, so that's good news. And that means that we're going to have a lot to check out from you. So I'm going to take a video of yours. I will take... I like to give you a few minutes of watch time. I'll take this here. I'll take this. and I'll add it to my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I will watch that video in full when I go through my watch later list in the next few days. I'll watch that video in full. I'll give you a meaningful comment of at least a couple of long sentences, and then I'll give you a thumbs up, of course, and I will subscribe, and in that way I'll make sure that the connection sticks. We always want to make sure that we're doing it the right way, and that's always the proper procedure. When you're watching a video and you're connecting with people the way we do in these chats, you want to make sure the video you're watching is at least a minute long, and then those comments that you're leaving are meaningful and not too short, so that they don't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. JD Knight 7, thanks for coming in. Jaden Sue, I forget whether I welcomed you today, but thank you very much for coming in. Food Fight Showdown, it's always good to see you, so thank you for coming back. It's great to see you here so often. Are you showing up on this stream? Meaning, will you be on the wheel? And will I put your channel on the screen? The way that I do that is once you've been here for a little while, it's arbitrary. I don't keep a timer. It's about 20 minutes, half an hour, something like that. And I know everybody's active in the chat. Then I add your name to the wheel. The wheel is random, of course, but when your name comes up after I spin, then if you're still here at that time, then I put you up on the screen and I talk about your channel for a minute. I know that not everybody can be here like the whole time just because it's convenient for me to live stream right this minute. Yoga with Mo, it's always good to see you. And I appreciate every moment everybody can spend, because it's almost impossible to support everybody as much as we all might like. But when it comes to the wheel and putting channels on the screen, I always want to do it with channels that are here. I know sometimes everybody's got to wait a little while, but if we're busy, like today, it seems a little busier. But I want to make sure I focus on channels, first of all, that can ask questions, or that can answer questions if anybody has them, or like when I'm talking about it, it's great if there's a little bit of context there. But of course, if somebody's able to spend a large amount of time, then I want to focus on them as well. So it's not a matter of playing favorites or anything like that. It's just that I always want to put channels up. Hopefully they're here. Once in a while, I'm sure somebody's got to go and I put their channel up anyway because they were already on the wheel. But like, for instance, I think Us Never Them is still here, but Us Never Them is a channel that comes back again and again and again, not to mention does things with myself and Kristen and Kira, like swapping playlists and stuff like that. So when I see a creator that's especially generous and especially aggressively working on growing their channel, like look at these guys. They were here when they hit the 1,000 subscribers, and they're already well a quarter of the way to the next 1,000. So they're moving just fine. Mr. Joshi, thanks for coming back in. Yeah. So anyway, so thank you, Food Fight Showdown. Yeah, it's just a thing that I found this wheel on somebody else's live stream a couple of months ago. So I decided to add it in. What I did when we started Tuber Chat is I added every single channel that came in up on the screen, because back then there was only like 40 channels coming through when we first started. Now things are much busier, and we've had live streams where there's been 100 that have come through, and you could just imagine. I think the longest live stream we did was 4 hours, and we've done at least one other 3-hour one. Typically it runs 1.5 hours to 2 hours. Lately it's been almost consistently 2 hours all the way along. So as Tuber Chat grows and as it gets busier and busier, I'll have to rethink how we do the featured channels and things like that. But for now, it works out okay. And then what it does as well is sometimes there's creators that come in and they don't like what they see, or this is not for them, or something like that. So they just come and leave quickly. And I don't want to put any focus on those channels at all. There's nothing wrong with it, of course, but I don't want to spend time when we've got channels waiting who are here that actually want to grow and, let's say, like what we're doing or are enjoying our process. So let me spin and I'll get another channel up here. Did I see Shen Zen Zen today? Yes, I put it on the wheel, so of course I did. MJ&J Family Mukbangs is another previously featured channel. for us. Meldon Amra family, my best friend, is here. This is another growth stream. Meldon Amra family that just came in with the yellow icon in the chat. They're a moderator for us, but they are another growth stream similar to what we do here at Tuber Chat. And we have gained hundreds and hundreds of subscribers, both on my personal channel and from Tuber Chat from Meldon Amra family. So hopefully everybody will connect with them also. What was I just about to point out? So MJ&J Family Mukbangs is somebody that I try to hang out with several times a week. She live streams, I believe, every morning, either a live stream or a premiere. And she is a dynamic creator, very much loved and well respected in her community. And she has a group of creators that follow each other. So what they do is in the mornings, they will do live streams one after the other for about an hour. And what that does is it lets everybody share in, it's almost like a release train where they do their live streams one after the other, and then the community can continue to follow all the way along. And as new people come in, they kind of join the process. So it's great. Georgia Bulldogs is occasionally we have trouble finding that channel easily. So I'm just going to take a second here and show everybody how to find Georgia Bulldogs. We'll go back to MJ and J Family Mukbangs for a second before I spin the wheel again. So for some of the newer channels that are under 1,000 subscribers, when they have a popular name like this, it can be difficult to find. So what the first step is to put quotes around the name when you search, and that can speed it up a little bit. But Georgia Bulldogs is so unbelievably popular that we have to also click into our filter, and you can do this on a phone as well, and go into the channels. Now, Georgia Bulldogs is moving their way up the search results, but it's going to be a little while before they get to number one. And here they are. This is, let me put this, I'll put this in. We'll come back to Georgia Bulldogs in a bit, but let me put your link in the chat. For anybody that's been having trouble finding Georgia Bulldogs, here's the link. Oh, except I'm doing it wrong. Hopefully that got it. It looks like it came through. And then, yeah, we don't drop a lot of links here, but I'll do it when we have a little bit of trouble finding a channel. Georgia Bulldogs is a generous creator who has done, for instance, like first of all, the featured channels collaboration, same as MJ&J Family Mukbangs does here. And we also have them on ours. And then as well, Georgia Bulldogs does this. We've also done that. And Georgia Bulldogs has made a dedicated shout out video just for Tuber Chat, which we now have on our front page. And we're inspired to make a couple of shelves just for that stuff because of Georgia Bulldogs, as well as Vern's Junk Closet made a video as well recently that featured Tuber Chat, part of a shout out video. So we put that on our front page as well, so that if anybody does shout out videos, because it's a popular thing, a lot of creators do that. I've done them as well, and I intend to do many, many more. And so we want to make sure we recognize that. So we've got that stuff on our front page for everybody to find. Glad to see Miss Mata and Kristen Walton, my love, of course, are swapping playlists. So that's a collaboration that you can do with creators. I believe it's Fifi777 is willing to swap playlists as well. It's a simple collaboration that you can make. And basically all you're doing is you're agreeing to run a playlist for them. They are agreeing to run a playlist for you. And you can imagine if you have a playlist of 5 or 10 or 20 or even more hours, and you get a lot of creators to run that for you, your hours are really going to start to stack up. I never took Lucy off the wheel. So, Willow Galaxy can be on the wheel. Triplet family. Let's get you up here. So it's Fifi777. Like I said, I believe she's willing. Pardon me, I'm just checking out my notifications here. And Melda and Amra shared us as well, by the way, if they're still here. Melda and Amra tends to come in and out pretty quickly, but they share as well. They're a wonderful supporter. It's Fifi777 is a dynamic creator. Yeah, so here's your 3-hour live stream that Kristen was just talking about. So that's great. Sorry I missed that. We had a family thing yesterday, and I'll use that as my excuse for today. But I believe it's Fifi777 is willing to swap playlists as well. All of our moderators are, anybody in blue. So if you want to reach out, basically one of the things you could do in the chat here, if you're willing to swap playlists with people, is just say, I am willing to swap playlists, and then other creators will reach back out to you so that you can make those arrangements. I do it as well. I'm doing it right now with K Renee and Zelda Master John as we speak. So hopefully, if you'd like to connect with myself as well for that stuff, I'm available on Facebook and Instagram, and I absolutely do it and love to do it. So I was told by Tina, just shared our video. Did she come in? Because I didn't see her come in yet. In Rachel's place, it's great to see you as well. There's as told by Tina. I didn't see you slip in here, but thank you very much for coming in. And thank you for the share, of course. Let me spin, and we'll get another channel up on the screen here. So there's Georgia Bulldogs, and we've already got them up. So I'll drop the link again for everybody so you can get it easily while they're on the screen here. There's our link for Georgia Bulldogs. And this is, like I said, a dynamic creator that I expect big things from, but they are generous in that they do a few things like, for instance, this featured channels collaboration. By the way, the dude rocks. It's great to see you in the house again, so thank you very much. They've got familiar channels here, obviously very generous. They got me, Kristen, Kira, and myself here, as well as Rose Sadu, who is another regular for Tuber Chat and somebody that there's a lot to be learned from. The Past Life Explorer, I don't know if I welcomed you. Forgive me, because I saw you having conversations in the chat here, and I don't know if I actually officially welcomed you, but it's great to have you here, so thank you very much. I like that channel, as a lot of people do. Past Life Explorer has a very interesting niche and does a fantastic job. So I hope everybody will connect with them also. Georgia Bulldogs did this video. I should show everybody. You're getting very close to to your 1,000 subscribers. Forgive me, to 200 subscribers. I just saw you go up. You went from 173 to 174 right now. So hopefully this is all working. As well, Georgia Bulldogs did this video here that I always keep showing, which is basically a 3-minute testimonial commercial for Tuber Chat, and so we've added that onto our front page, and then we've as well been inspired by them to create a couple of more shelves on our front page so that we can feature more content like that. Cozy Relaxation, great to have you back in the house, so thanks for coming in. I'm going to show you what we've done on our front page because we've got 2 creators here at least. Oh, Past Life Explorer is very close to 500, only needing 15 more to get there. So hopefully everybody will connect with Past Life Explorer and get them a little bit farther. As we look at our front page here, I just want to show you what we've done. I didn't realize I have TubeBuddy running. TubeBuddy is my favorite tool. I love it. Oh, there's a link to the free version in every description of every video that I do, including Tuber Chat. But I turn it off when I live stream because if you can imagine, I've got 6 windows open and probably many many more tabs than that, and it starts to slow everything down. When we look at our front page here, you see we do the feature channels collaboration. We've done this with about 40 channels now. If you have featured TuberChat or myself on your front page and I don't know about it, please let me know so that I can return the favor, because I do that with both channels. And you'll see here we've added at the bottom of our page TuberChat supporters, which I'll probably come up with a better name for that. This features the video that Georgia Bulldogs did. That is basically, like I said, a 3-minute commercial testimonial for TuberChat. And then as well, we have more videos down here, creator testimonials. And I got to look at, I think Miss Yo-Yo Show did one. I got to remember to find these things. A couple creators sent me messages over the weekend. And then, so Yoga with Mo has done a shout out video here. Vern's Junk Closet has done one, in the Hoops Family Network. What these videos are shout out videos where they feature multiple creators, but TuberChat has been included. So I wanted to put those out there so that you can continue to find good channels to follow, dedicated and loyal supporters, even when we're not live streaming. Jazzy Nicole 81, thank you for coming in. And Metrosonic, it's always good to see you. So thank you for coming in as well. So yeah, Zelda Master John, I use TubeBuddy, and I do pay for a version of it. So what they do is when you sign up for the free one if you want to, right? And it helps. It's a good start. But then if you don't buy it right away, they wait a little bit, and then they give you this offer that gives you like an unbelievable discount on it or whatever. So I happen to pay for it, but I just pay for one channel. That way I can still use the research that I need from it for other channels as well. It just speeds things up. That's all it does. But you could do your own research anyway. There's other tools out there like rapidtags.io I often use, especially if I'm in a rush. When it comes to doing tags and descriptions and things, a lot of it just is common sense anyway. All that does is speed it up. And that's all we're talking about. But yeah, I haven't heard any problems with it yet. And I use TubeBuddy on every channel. So it's a thought. I also use vidIQ. And I often look at Social Blade. Kristen has the extension, but I haven't used it yet. I'm going to look at that one as well. But I don't mind hopping in on all these things. So Metrosonic, I don't know who you're directing that to, but you're right. If you are monetized, you automatically get super chats enabled right away. I think that's almost 100% true. I don't know if it's like that day for everybody, but it might be. I recently got monetized on my personal channel, and it was, and the other monetized channels that I deal with have it available right away. What doesn't come up is memberships. Memberships, I think, take just the smallest amount of time. You have to have some super chats come in, or maybe you have to get paid first or something like that. So I put a request in on my personal channel about memberships, and they got back to me within a day, like they promised, and they said that I'll have memberships within the next 2 weeks. So we'll see. Yeah, all of these services have upsells as well, of course, like as we might expect, but you can very easily get away with using a lot of free stuff. Like, for instance, for Instagram, I use a tool called All Hashtag, and that thing there gives you about 30 different hashtags you can use for whatever you're going to use for Instagram. Now, when you're using a free tool, of course, you're going to have to go through it, like rapid tags that I use for YouTube. You got to go through and take out the stuff that's not appropriate, but it does just speed it up a little bit. So I like experimenting just to know what's going on with those. Mr. Naz, it's always a pleasure to see you. So thank you for coming back in again. Oh, there you go, Zelda Master John. Yeah, yeah, I happen to be somewhere between junior and I think now and actually an intermediate programmer now, but that's you know, just for apps. I've done a couple of really silly apps for the App Store, and I've got something on the Android store as well. But that's stuff that was very much helped, let's say, either by tutorials or code that I bought and stuff like that. Yeah, Zelda Master John. So as a programmer, then you may know also, Mr. Joshi, yes, I finally got a haircut. that was getting out of control, but it did finally happen. And I sent my hairdresser. I have two. I have one in Toronto and one in Niagara Falls. And I sent an unreasonable number of text messages to my hairdresser over the last few months, hoping that she was going to find a way to come up with some plan to get that done earlier, but she didn't. So a week ago, I got it taken care of, but it's funny that you noticed. Okay, there you go. So Metrosonic says, yes, they were once monetized and got Super Chat automatically. So it makes sense. Seems that that's the way that it goes. This is the Triplet family. They're back with us. They're back in the house very often, and a dynamic creator as well. JD Knight just got their haircut today, and Mr. Joshi, yeah. No, luckily I've had the same haircut for about 25 years, so no matter how horrible I am, she's probably not going to block me. But that's okay. And then as far as those tools, as a programmer, you know that a lot of times these programs and things, you're forced. If you're going to make an app for YouTube, you're going to be forced to tell people that you can do certain things, and unless you're going to go make your programmers go even farther to make sure that you cut down the number of things you have to notify people about. You have to notify them of all. But like I said, I haven't had a problem with it yet. Of course, it's always risky letting anybody have access to anything, but we'll see. But it's not necessary either. That's the thing. That's one of the things I intend to do with Tuber Chat. I mean, maybe someday we'll have things that can be paid for. We'll get monetized, we'll have super chats, we'll have memberships and stuff like that. But my intention is always to be able to give everything for free and not necessarily hide things. Now, we'll see what the future holds, but it's not necessary because we could do things here that I can give you all the information I want for free. And all I want to do is add to what you already know. I learn every day. But if I can do that, AdSense and things like that pay for it. So there's no, and not yet because we're not monetized on this channel. But you know what I mean, I'm sure, where I don't have to charge everybody for every single thing that I say. It's very possible to give as much as is humanly possible and get paid almost like Robin Hood, where the bigger companies and stuff like that advertise on AdSense are going to pay us for everything that we share. Okay, so forgive me, I get wrapped up in stuff a little bit. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Metrosonic shaved their head a little while ago, so they solved their problem themselves. And Michael and Paula, you have a new haircut, but who has a new haircut, Michael or Paula, or both of you? It was something else. Now, I don't know if everybody in the world is able to get a haircut yet, or if we still have areas that are locked down. But I know that it's one thing that had a lot of people going a little bit nuts during the world's disarray that we've been experiencing over the last long while. I already put Georgia Bulldogs up, so I should have took their channel off of the wheel here. Here's Just Living Life. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop... I don't put a lot of links in the chat, but Georgia Bulldogs has a hard time with the search results. So I'm going to put a link to Georgia Bulldogs in the chat again, just so that we can find that. And forgive me while I, do I still have it? Oh, I lost it. I'll get it in another window while we look at Just Living Life. So this is another dynamic creator that has done the featured channels collaboration. Oh, wow, Michael and Paula. So you have the same haircut in Sweden because everything's open. They haven't locked anything down. So that's something else. Oh, Food Fight Showdown. Are you talking about your messages not being seen? Or are you yeah, because there's a glitch with YouTube. It's not your fault. It has nothing to do with you or the chat that you're in right now, and it's probably happening in other chats to you. there's a random glitch where channels are not being, your messages are not seen until a moderator approves them. So let me see if I can show you. I'll go back to Just Living Life in a quick second. If you would, just do me a favor, Food Fight Showdown, and say anything in the chat, and I'll show you what happens. And then moderators, just leave it for 1 second, and I'll hit it so that we can show them what happens. There you go. So see what happens, Food Fight Showdown? See how it says just on some streams? But we don't know why this is happening. There's no reason. I haven't seen you say one thing yet that should justify your messages being held, but it's happening to you and a lot of other creators. I don't know if you remember this, but over the last few weeks, there's a couple of people that I modded for that reason, like just so their messages would go through. But it became a little bit of a headache. So what happens is every time you send a message, a moderator must click it so that it gets added in. But again, it has nothing to do with you. There's no reason why this should be happening. And I don't know why, but the glitch now has been going on for weeks. So it's not in every stream. I understand that. I have a feeling even Tuber Chat got held up in a couple of streams. And then some of the people who've had this problem end up having their stuff come through. It didn't do it the last time you were on here. It might have. It might have done it. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to moderate you. I'm just going to add you as... Did I add you as a mod or not? Okay, so I just added you as a mod now. Here, I'm going to go back to Just Living Life. And then, so now your messages won't get held anymore. See, I did the same thing with Healthy Lifestyle with Steph, and then I put Healthy Lifestyle with Steph into our approved users, and it still doesn't want to come up. So there's another person in our chat that's having the same trouble that you are. There's really no explanation. We've been all like scratching our heads over this for a couple of weeks now. Let me take Georgia Bulldogs off. I'll get their. I wonder what to do about that. Let me get. I'll get Georgia Bulldogs link and I'll drop it once in a while for us. So see, this is the thing. There's all kinds of little stuff. No, now you're good, Food Fight Showdown, 100%. As soon as you're a moderator on a channel, like we don't have a lot of moderators on Tuber Chat. And the reason why is because I don't want people to feel obligated to sit there reminding everybody to thumbs up and reminding people to share and all that stuff. When you come to Tuber Chat, I want you to connect with people. I want you to grow your channels. And the biggest reason why, like, forgive me, but the selfish part of me is saying, you know, Tuber Chat is meant to be built up. And what will happen is some of the people in this chat, I hope everybody will eventually have 10,000 subscribers. And more, maybe even 100, if that's what you want. When that happens, younger people on YouTube, like younger creators, I don't mean younger, but I mean, you know what I mean, newer channels, are going to ask you how you did it. And when they do, and you're the one telling the stories about here's how to do this, I hope that you'll turn back to Tuber Chat and point them in this direction and say this is somebody you need to follow, because Tuber Chat is always going to be here for beginners. I decided that before I started it. So, forgive me, I get into like way long-winded speeches about everything here. So, Just Living Life is another dynamic creator, like I said, that comes back. This is a generous channel that has done featured channels collaboration as well. I'm just making sure I get Georgia Bulldogs link so that we can drop that once in a while as well. Because they've got, you know, we've got this one thing where people are having trouble having their messages. Here, I'm going to mod you to Healthy Lifestyle with Steph. So one of the problems that comes, oh, I can't mod you. I'm on the wrong account. Where's Healthy Lifestyle with Steph? Add moderator. What happens with that glitch as well? It might be possible that people are not able to mention you as well. You know, when you put the @ symbol and you put somebody's name up, it may not work as well as it's supposed to. and that's a problem as well. So I just dropped the link for Georgia Bulldogs again from my personal channel, just so that if anybody wants to connect with them easily, you can. I know they have sometimes a difficult time coming up in the search results. Let me add a few more names to the list here. Is Thailand Mick even still in the house? He was here right at the beginning of the stream, and we've made him wait so long. Yeah, so, yeah, no problem, Georgia Bulldogs. My BS Life is featured next weekend. Shenzhen Zen is featured next weekend. Zelda Master John and Life Through Our Eyes 303. Just looking through my list. Just Living Life we put up already. Yoga with Mo. Positive Mukbanger. 80 Night 7. Roxy's Tale. I'll put Kristen and Kira Walton. Holy smokes. I appreciate all the time everybody's spending here. BS Life, as inspired by Nature NG. Now, again, once I spin the wheel, if you're still here, I put your channel up, and Food Fight Showdown's coming up. I put your name. Once you're here for a while, and I put your name on the wheel. The wheel's random. When the wheel spins and your name comes up, I put your channel up on the screen. If you're still here, sometimes I don't put it up at all if you're gone. But in some cases, I'll just put it up quickly and then just move on if I find that somebody has left. So Food Fight Showdown is coming up. I'm going to have a big problem here clicking stuff. Sometimes I click too fast. People get so frustrated with me for that. There's Kiki Soul Fitness. So Mr. Joshi, it's great to have you back. This is somebody who has, Thailand Mick, you are still here. Great. And Lydia Saba, thank you for coming in again. I hope I haven't missed welcoming anybody. I know that my Shenzhen Zen has a question for me. Let me see if I can find it. What are some of the things we can do when we get the community tab? So you can. I'll tell you what. I'm going to show you. I'll show you my personal channel because I haven't actually. No, I'll show you this. Forgive me, Mr. Joshi, I'm going to come back to you, but I just want to address this question. So the community tab comes up, right? And you will get an email notification. You'll get a notification from YouTube. And I got it today, even though I already had the community tab for 2 days. See this this message that came from YouTube? Community post unlocked. Congratulations on 1,000 subs. Thank your fans for the post. Now, I've already had it for 2 days, so I already put something up yesterday. But when we click on the community tab, so now you have the chance to put up a video or a poll or an image, and you can add some text to your post. So, for instance, the first post I put was thanking everybody for the 1,000 subscribers, of course. That's just an image, a big, monstrous, crazy image that I put up. And then as well, today I posted our video for today, our live stream. But you could do a poll, you can do an image, and you can schedule your post. So if you want to do all of your posting in advance, like I often do with Tuber Chat, I've been posting on my personal community tab. Now that I have this one, I'll do the same thing. I already know the 4 channels that will be featured next weekend, and I already know the times of the live stream. So I can set my posts in advance. So if I have, let's say, 10 minutes to do it right now, I can fly through 4 posts all at once, and then they're already set. I don't even have to babysit them anymore. I just know that they'll go out when they want to. Why I can't make suggested videos? Yummy food at home. So my guess for that might be that it just takes time. Let me put Mr. Joshi back up here for a second. Ask anything. Certified IT support. Yeah, Metrosonic is an IT specialist, so they also know much about all the social media and stuff like that. Sheriff Bufford, thank you for coming back again. And sorry, yummy food at home. I was just about to address what you're saying. Why I can't make suggested videos? I'm assuming that what you're talking about is why aren't your videos getting suggested to people better? So it takes time. First of all, your channel needs to be established, and the algorithm starts to favor you once you're active. If you can put out at least a quality piece of content every week, it takes a little while. Your first 5 or 10 videos you may not see move very much, but every single one gets better and better. YouTube is magical, so every video that we put out helps the one before it and the one after it, always. And as you gain more traction and the YouTube algorithm starts to realize you're becoming a channel of influence, then your videos will get suggested. But you can do some research also and make sure that you're picking good titles, making great thumbnails, and filling your tags with things that people are searching for. So for instance, for somebody like Mr. Joshi, who we're looking at right now, you might be tempted to put Mr. Joshi in your tags, but if nobody's searching for it, then it's just taking up space that another more useful tag might be able to be added. For instance, Mr. Joshi has a skyline of Toronto. It's very possible that putting Toronto might be useful for him, or especially you always want your tags to be directed towards the content of the video. I hope that's somewhat answering your question. And really, that's just advice more than anything else. There's a lot to the YouTube algorithms. And then Metrosonic going through notification section on mobile, or just go to regular computer to check the comments from the community option. You also, in your community, in your comment section of YouTube Studio, have the ability to reply to community post comments as well. Berlinda Engman, thank you very much for the thumbs up. And then pardon me for 1 second here. Okay, sorry about that, everyone. I just need to step aside for a quick second there. For me, I get carried away with some of the speeches that I give. Metrosonic, you're absolutely right. At some point, if anybody's engaging in sub for sub activity, then they will absolutely. First of all, they won't be here for long term anyway. But secondly, YouTube will take care of it. But we absolutely do not do sub for sub here at Tuber Chat. This is not anything like that at all. What we're talking about is dedicated and loyal supporters. So we do also, like, over the last couple of weeks, we've actually banned a handful of channels for that kind of activity. So if we do find that somebody comes in, we can't control who comes in, but if we do find that somebody's just like racking up numbers but not connecting genuinely, then we will take care of it as well, because I want everybody to be sure that when they come here, I'm going to do everything that I can to make sure that we're living up to what we talk about when we say that we're focused on dedicated and loyal supporters, especially over the long term. So, Jazzy Nicole 81, hopefully you're having a good time connecting with everybody. I did see you come in. I hope I haven't missed anybody and not welcomed anybody. I get into these long speeches and I'll try to catch up here. But Berlinda Engman, thanks for the thumbs up. Metrosonic, yeah, tons and tons of updates from YouTube all the time. There's glitches everywhere. I've never seen a social network like this. I don't know why they don't just call the guys at Facebook and Twitter and ask them how to fix everything. But let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up, and then I'll just reinforce the description of how we connect with everybody so that we make sure our connections are genuine and that our love sticks. Let's make sure JD Knight 7 is still here. They're always here, but let's just make sure that they're still here. I just wiped that out. JD Knight 7 is a generous creator. First of all, they've got the featured channels collaboration going on here on their front page where they've got us, as well as they often share for us, especially on Twitter. Thank you very much, JD Knight 7. I figured you'd probably be here anyway. I would have left your channel up anyway. Yeah, Zelda Master John, I never like to get started talking about all whether I like or dislike the way things are done on the YouTube platform, because I can go on for days and days and days, as you could imagine. Arizona Insider, it's great to see you coming in, so thank you very much. That's another dynamic creator that I hope everybody will connect with. Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder, thank you for coming in again. So the way that we connect here, for anybody that's relatively new, or if this is your first time here, it's very important that we follow a proper procedure, especially with what we've seen this past weekend with people losing a lot of subscribers. What happens when you don't connect with the proper procedure is you run the risk of losing the connection either immediately or in the near future. And basically what happens is the best way to connect always is to visit a channel one by one. Take your time. Everybody's here to connect. Every single channel in the chat wants to connect with you. So take your time and have fun with it. Basically, you pardon me. You visit a channel like JD Knight 7 here. Watch a short video in full. It should be at least a minute long. The reason for that is that you want to make sure that it registers with the YouTube algorithm. Darren's Travels, thanks for coming in. I'm always good. Hopefully you are as well. While you're watching that video in full of at least 60 seconds long, you leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video, and it should be at least a couple of full sentences long. If it's too short, it runs the risk of being held by review or caught in the YouTube spam filters, and you also could lose the connection even as early as by tomorrow. We don't want that to happen. Once you've done that, you give the creator a thumbs up always, and if you enjoy their content, you subscribe to them. We subscribe to everybody at Tuber Chat, and then come back into the chat here and leave a single or double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you've connected, and then they could turn around and do the same thing for your channel. Darren's Travels, thank you very much for the thumbs up, and thank you for sharing out the stream. Cakes, Coffees, and Convo, it's great to see you back again as well. Thank you, everybody, for the thumbs up and for sharing if you can. Of course, it always helps to push us out a little bit farther and get some more people so that we can maximize the impact for everybody. We're going to look at Thailand Mick right now. This is a relatively new channel for Tuber Chat, although he's been here for a few streams now. Somebody that I was connected to from Jeff Lepard, which is one of the channels that I manage, and I talk about that all the time. So Thailand Mick is a dynamic creator that does a lot of live streaming. As you can see, he does a lot of StreamYard panels and things like that. He's got a lot of different stuff for us to check out. So he's got a few short videos here that are perfect for connecting with. As I said, we always want to be watching a video that's at least a minute long, and then leaving a full, meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of the video before giving a thumbs up, and then subscribing if you enjoy their content, and then coming back here to let them know that you've connected. Jaden, thank you very much for the thumbs up and for sharing on your community tab. Of course, we appreciate everything everybody's been doing to help Tuber Chat grow. it seems to be growing nicely. So thank you very much for that, whether you've shared on your community tab or Facebook or Twitter or Reddit or anywhere else. I know all this stuff takes time, and I really appreciate everybody using their influence to help us grow and reach more creators. Maybe I should spin the wheel in a second. I'm just going to see if I can add another couple of names here. In Rachel's place has not already been added to the wheel. Kiki Soul Fitness is there. JD Knight 7 we're looking at, right? We just looked at. Food Fight Showdown is still on the wheel. Yoga with Mo we put up. Cozy Relaxation is always here for a good amount of time. Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder. It's great for you to hang out with us so long today. As Inspired, the Triplet Family. It's Fifi we looked at. So let me spin, and we'll get another channel up on the screen here. Cooking with Q and More is in the house, so thank you for coming in. For some reason, when moderators come in, I skip over them very easily, and I feel terrible for not welcoming everybody, especially moderators who are here for the purpose of helping. Moderators are anybody in blue. They're here for you much more than they are even for me. But so Food Fight Showdown, there we go. We got you up on the screen, which is great. And then Food Fight Showdown often comes in with Oak Style and Lakeside Living. This is a dynamic creator that's got a lot of different stuff. That White Castle always makes me hungry. You know what I did? I work a few days a week out of town. And where I work, we don't use a microwave at all. Like where I am, we don't even have one. We don't really want to have it there, but that's fine. But I got some White Castle out of the freezer, and I didn't read the package. I was just so happy to have it because we don't have White Castle in Canada. And I do love it. When I've been to the States, I've been lucky to have White Castle a few times. And when I got it, I didn't realize that it's supposed to be microwave only. So, hasn't been used. No. Wow. Thank you everybody for hanging out. We got quite a busy chat today. Hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting. For anybody who's a little bit newer to Tuber Chat, hopefully you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Please don't be shy. Reach out to anybody that you'd like. Everybody wants to connect. Just take your time, have fun with it, and reach out to everybody one by one. I'm going to and we will. I'll start to say that all the time. It's Cozy Relaxation. Hopefully you're still here. I know you were. Yeah, you're here. Cozy Relaxation. Did I say I was going to put the moderators on and I didn't put them on yet? Yeah, I did say that. Let me put Cozy Relaxation up on the screen, and then I'm going to get Cooking with Q and More. And we looked at Mr. Joshi, so I did put him up. And we'll put Kristen Welton. I could spell. And Kira Welton. Hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting in the chat. Shenzhen Zen. All right, oh, Kristen Welton. Yes, oh no, that's not the last one that I put on. That's pure fair. Oh, Cozy Relaxation. I didn't even put your channel up yet. I'll put Kristen right after, but we'll wait a few minutes. So Cozy Relaxation is another channel that comes in often. That is a dynamic creator that is now well on the way, almost at halfway to that 1,000. So that must be on your mind. Okay, thank you, my BS Life, very much. And then we look forward to having you featured next weekend. Jazzy Nicole 81, still killing it, so that's great. Mickey 404, thank you very much for coming in, and thanks for the kind words. Yeah, this is Thailand Mick is in here, by the way. But we, basically this is just an engine so that creators can connect with each other and grow their channels, but with dedicated and loyal support. So it's not quite a sub for sub network. We try to do things a little bit more legitimately. And I lost my screen, of course, which happens from time to time. There we go. This is Cozy Relaxation. So like I was saying, they're a dynamic creator that comes back again and again. They do the featured channels collaboration with us as well. Yeah, I was just saying Thailand Mick that Mickey404 just came in as well. This is a great collaboration that a lot of any channel can do. And basically what it says, when you feature channels on your front page like this, you are saying to your audience and the YouTube algorithm that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels in turn feature yours, they are saying to their audiences and the YouTube algorithm that you are worthy of being featured by them. So you can imagine the impact that that can have both on your audiences and on the YouTube algorithm. So it's a great collaboration. Cozy Relaxation does it. We return that. And then if you have featured Tuber Chat or my personal channel on your front page, please let me know if I don't already know, so that I can return that favor, because I absolutely do that with both channels. Oh, Shenzhen Zen, that's interesting. That's really interesting. If you're doing an unboxing, I always encourage everybody to follow the rules. If you've done an unboxing of something that you've been given, or especially if it's a sponsorship, you're paid in some way, any way at all, if you're compensated for doing a video, even if a company has just given you the free product, that's still compensation. Then you have to click those boxes. But if you haven't, a lot of times people do reviews and unboxings of stuff that they buy. Like I've got a few. One of my best performing videos, my tablet video, Kristen bought that for me for a birthday present. That was not compensated by the company at all. And so therefore I don't have that stuff put on. But it's unfortunate. Sometimes we have to fight. Thailand Mick, it looks like you're doing great. Oh, Mickey404, yeah, I could. I have heard of Restream, but I haven't tried it yet. The only thing about that I wonder is whether I will pull anybody from the other platforms, or like I have a decent Facebook following, so I have over 1,000 people on Facebook. They're all like friends. They're all, 99% of them are people I've actually met in my life, right? But I don't want to lose them for pushing them too hard over the YouTube stuff. Like I always post my stuff, but if I started doing that, I don't know if I would start losing people. I don't know. It probably doesn't matter. Maybe it would even help. I don't know. But in the meantime, Tuber Chat's doing okay, so I don't want to ruffle feathers or rock the boat or anything like that either. I may try it. Especially on my own stream. So like the next time I do on my personal channel, going down to Niagara Falls and stuff like that, that would probably be a great idea for an experiment. I don't know whether I'll do it with Tuber Chat or not, but I do appreciate you mentioning it. I have heard of it, but I just haven't done it yet. I got a lot of friends, I used to be a DJ. I got a lot of DJ friends that use it, and they use Restream, but what they tend to do is only pay attention to one platform anyway, and then they alienate everybody. So I got to think about how I can really use it and bring value to anybody that's going to see me on the other platforms. But if I can, maybe I'll use it. Yeah, I would definitely, if I did it to Facebook, I'd definitely get some action because I got some people there. So I wonder. It's a thought. I appreciate you bringing it up. It's something to think about. Darren's Travels was a DJ as well. That's interesting. Cakes, Coffee, and Convo. Yeah, there's a lot of dynamic creators in here. But it's nice of you to mention that. Skywatcher Footage, thanks for sharing on the community tab. I appreciate that. Yeah, my DJ days are behind me now, but it was a good long run. I worked for a few of the radio stations in Toronto, and I managed to tour a little bit. No flights or anything like that. I wasn't making 100,000 a night or anything like that, but it was a lot of fun. So this is Shenzhen Zen. This is actually a featured channel for next weekend. Let me look at my notes. Shenzhen Zen is going to be featured next Monday, 7 days from now. This is a dynamic creator who also is into the idea of swapping playlists, if anybody wants to do that, but is generous in the idea of doing like the featured channels collaboration, and like I said, swapping playlists and things like that. So they're a creator. For those of you who've been with Tuber Chat especially, often over the last couple of weeks, you'll see Shenzhen Zen in here all the time. So this is one of the reasons that she's coming up as a featured channel, along with my BS Life, Zelda Master John, and Life Through Our Eyes 303. Shenzhen Zen did her first live stream yesterday. I'm sitting here thinking about it. So thank you very much for this. Now, I still have another video to watch from you because you did hear this strawberry challenge. I got to see what you said. You might have said something about Tuber Chat in there. But I came into your live stream yesterday just briefly because we're at a family thing and this and that. But I did have a few minutes that I could come in and watch. And Shenzhen Zen was saying all kinds of wonderful, pleasant things about Tuber Chat. So I really appreciate that. This is a generous and wonderfully dynamic creator. Let me get Georgia Bulldogs for you, Lydia. Georgia Bulldogs is just a newer channel, so it has trouble sometimes coming up in the search results. There's the link for Georgia Bulldogs. Do it all ceiling. Word. That's Do It All Ceiling is the second channel from Jeff Lepard. He's got a few now. This is one of it's a best friend to me. This is somebody I've been connected to, like, in my personal life for probably 15 years or something like that. We work together all the time and this and that. But he's also got his Do It All Ceiling channel is almost at 1,000 subscribers. His personal channel is the biggest one that I manage. He's got over 7,000 subscribers, could be over 7,200 by now, and is bringing in some just fantastic income, super chats, memberships, and everything else. So that's great. But Do It All Ceiling is a good chance for everybody. If you want to see the kind of things I do when I manage channels for other people, Do It All Ceiling is a perfect example because I film those videos, I produce them, I do all the social media, the descriptions, the tags, the thumbnails, and everything else. So the presentation is a perfect example of what's possible. So let me spin the wheel here. 7303 on Do It All Ceiling. There you go. Or on Jeff Lepard. That makes sense. And Do It All Ceiling is over 700. So Cooking with Q and More is coming up. Cooking with Q and More is one of our moderators and somebody who's been with us for quite some time. I've been connected with Q for probably 6 months now. He's one of the two driving forces that got me into the community that we're all talking about here with the Hoops Family Network, and had introduced me to a very wide range of generous creators, including Vern's Junk Closet, who we were talking about earlier today as well. I'm on the wrong network. I'm just hopping over here for one quick second. Mod Do It All Ceiling so that he can wreak havoc on our chat. And then, so basically, I'll go over the wheel again just for a second. Did I put Kristen? I never put Kristen up, did I? I'm putting up Kristen next. Her name came up, and then I get so wrapped up in all the different stuff that I like to talk about. You guys have a lot of patience hanging out with me, and I will put her up right after. Her name came up. Fair is fair. There's G Free. It's wonderful to see G Free in the house. You know, one of the things I can say, you know, I have a lot of different stories that I tell about channels when they come in the chat or when I put them up on the screen here and things like that. And one of the things that I do is, I'm just going to time that out. Forgive me. I am just Cassia, so welcome. I know it's your first time here. So I've just timed you out so that I can describe the process so that you know how we do things here, and then you can decide if Tuber Chat is something that you want to engage in. We're very focused on loyal and dedicated supporters here. It's not a sub-for-sub network. And there's a process we use for putting channels on the screen and for connecting everybody. CyberLife, my pleasure to come by your premiere today. So basically what we do here at Tuber Chat is we are all interested in connecting. Everybody in the chat wants to connect with each other, but we're looking for loyal and dedicated supporters over the long term. People who are going to come back and watch videos, leave meaningful comments, give thumbs up, and all the things we need as growing YouTubers. So the way that we do that is we visit a channel one by one, like Cooking with Q and more here, and we watch a short video in full, which must be at least a minute long. Then we leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video that should be at least a couple of full sentences long so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. And we give the creator a thumbs up always. If you enjoy their content, you subscribe to them, and then you come back into the chat here and leave a single or double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you've connected, and then they can turn around and do the same thing for your channel. What we don't do in this chat is any kind of self-promotion. So we don't ask to have our channels put on the screen. We don't ask anybody to visit us and things like that. Everybody's here to connect. Everybody wants to. So you just take your time, visit everybody one by one, and then hopefully your timeout will end in a few seconds and you'll be back in with us and you can see if you want to connect with everybody. I am Tanika Shanette. Thank you for coming in. I believe we've seen you before, and forgive me if I'm wrong and this is your first time here. Then I hope you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house, and as I keep saying, everybody's willing to connect with you and with everybody. Basically, the best idea is to always go first. Please don't wait for anybody to come to you. Just reach out to channels one by one. Even Lux Granny Grace is here. Thank you for coming back in. What we do is visit a channel, watch a short video in full, leave a meaningful comment related to the content of that video, give a thumbs up, and if you enjoy the creator's content, which I have to say, we subscribe to everybody here at Tuber Chat, but then you can subscribe to them and come back into the chat here, let them know that you've done that, and that will give them the opportunity to turn around and do that for your channel. So here's Roxy's Tale. This is a new connection for Tuber Chat. And I don't typically watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. So what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos. I'll take this one here and add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, over the next few days, I will go through my watch later list and I will watch that video in full. I will leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of this curried coconut shrimp video. I will give you a thumbs up and I will subscribe to you. And in that way, I will make sure that the connection sticks because we always want to be doing it the right way. Venom for Life, thank you for coming in. And hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting with each other. We've got quite a busy chat today, so I'm going to move on to the next channel pretty quickly here. And I'll explain the way that the wheel works because some of you have been here a long time ago, but not in the last couple of months since we've been using this. And I got to see if my BS Life is here because they, I think they left a while ago. So if they did, I'll just move on quickly. This is one of our featured creators for next weekend. The way that the wheel works is once you've been here for about 20 minutes or half an hour, it's arbitrary. I don't keep a timer of any kind, I just guess. But I know you've been interactive in the chat, meeting new friends and family members and active and things like that. I add your name to the wheel. The wheel's completely random, but once I spin the wheel and your name comes up, then I add you your channel up on the screen if you're still here, and we talk about it for a couple of minutes if that's what you would like. My BS life left a while ago. I figured that, but that's okay. Like I said, they're a dynamic creator that comes back again and again, so I don't mind featuring them for a second. But we'll move on quickly, and they'll be featured next weekend anyway. Here's In Rachel's Place. This is another channel that's back with us again and again since they found Tuber Chat. I'm just Cassia. I have a very strict bans list, so banned words list in the back of YouTube. So a lot of the things that a lot of people might say in other chats, like sub and please and subscribe and connect and stuff like that, most of that stuff is blocked. So what we do here is what people will say things to you like, would you like to dance? Or I've been to your house and left footprints for you, or I've delivered a package. And that just means that they've gone to your channel, they've subscribed, they left a comment on a video, and they've done it the right way. Yeah, so I don't know what else you might be trying to type that's blocked, but I know that my list is very, very, very strict. But again, that's just because we're interested in dedicated and loyal supporters. So once you've been here for a little while, you'll get used to it. And then when you go in other live streams, you'll have a little bit of an easier time as well, keeping the hosts happy and stuff like that. So hopefully you feel welcome. There's a lot of dynamic creators and everybody wants to connect with you. That's what we're all here for. We're all here for the same thing. So perfect. If you're loyal, that's great. So just reach out to any channel that you want one by one. Take your time with it. Have fun. You can visit a channel like in Rachel's Place here. Watch a short video in full. She's got a lot of great short videos right here on the front page. The video you watch must be at least 1 minute long. Should be longer, but at least 1 minute. And the reason why is we wanted to register with the YouTube algorithm so that you don't lose the connection tomorrow. As well, you want to leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of the video, and it should be at least a couple of full sentences long so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. Once you've done that, you give the creator a thumbs up always, and then if you enjoy their content, you subscribe to them. I have to say that, but we subscribe to everybody at Tuber Chat, and then come back into the chat here and leave a single or double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you've connected, and then they can turn around and do the same thing for your channel. Zachary DeBose, thank you for coming in. I think this is your first time with Tuber Chat, so forgive me if I'm wrong about that, but it's great to have you here. Hopefully you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect. Mickey404, thanks very much for the time that you've spent. I appreciate all the support you've given me here and on my personal channel. Everybody's willing to connect, so you can reach out to any channel that you'd like to. Please take your time, have fun with it. Reach out to channels one by one. Watch a short video in full, like I was saying. Leave a meaningful comment. Give a thumbs up. If you like them, you can subscribe, and then come back and let them know that you've done that, and then they will turn around and do the same thing for you. Let's get Kiki Soul Fitness up on the screen for a second here. I don't know if Kiki's still here. Okay, I'll put it up anyway, and we'll just spin the wheel and move on to the next channel. The way that the wheel works is we, once you've been here for 20 minutes or a half an hour or so, I put your channel on the wheel. The wheel's random, but once your name comes up and I put once your name comes up after I spin the wheel, then I put your channel up on the screen and we talk about it for a few minutes if that's what you would like. Oh, Kiki Soul Fitness, you are here. What happened? I just tried typing you in the chat and it didn't come up. I'm so sorry. So let's look at Kiki Soul Fitness for a quick second. I almost shortchanged you on your feature there. And then we will get back to the Positive Mukbanger right after that. We'll see if they're still here as well. I'm sorry about that. What I do is you can't see. When I keep looking on the other screen here, you guys see me like looking to I don't know if it's the right or the left. I can't tell from the camera. You see, I pull this other window up, and this just has my personal account in the chat so that I can keep up. And once in a while, when I want to know if somebody's here after it's been about a half an hour, 45 minutes, I refresh like I'm doing right now. And then when I type somebody's name in, like with the @ symbol, I could see if they're still here. So it's not always perfect, but I almost missed you there. But this is Kiki Soul Fitness. So she's a dynamic creator that has a lot of different stuff for us to check out. And she just hit, well, this is funny. You got a video of 100 subscribers, but you're at 428 in only a few weeks, which is fantastic. I'm so happy that that's the case. And then we will have a lot of different stuff that we can connect with Kiki Soul Fitness for. So the next, I was going to look at the Positive Mukbanger. So let me see if the Positive Mukbanger is here, because she tends to come in and out fairly quickly, so she might not be here. So the Positive Mukbanger, if you are here, then do me a favor, just please say anything at all, and I'll put you up. And if not, then I'll wait another second, but then I will put a couple more names on the wheel. So Do It All Ceiling is, like I keep saying, one of the channels that I manage professionally. But Jeff Lepard is the owner of that channel. I manage all his channels for him, but they are very much his. So he's in the chat right now because Do It All Ceiling has over 700 subscribers. He's so close to that 1,000 that he's come into Tuber Chat to push a little bit farther. The Essence of Sonia, it's great to have you back. That's our featured channel for today. So hopefully everybody will think about connecting with Do It All Ceiling. There's, I'm just trying to look through my list of channels to see who I can add that hasn't been put up on the screen, that's been here for a long, long time already. Poor As Inspired, they've been waiting the whole time. Jazzy Nicole 81, I haven't put you up yet, right? Mr. Joshi still in the house too? Catherine with Friends. I don't think I put you on the screen. I should have. Catherine with Friends shared for us earlier. Cakes, Coffee, and Convo needs to come in. Let me spin again. Oh, I was going to, yeah, the Positive Mukbanger is not here, so that's okay. Jazzy Nicole, yeah, so now you're on the wheel. Willow Galaxy's coming up right now. This is a channel I've been connected to for a while. Is also connected to, I think, Happy Lux and Malden Amra growth streams as well. Willow Galaxy's getting really close to that 3,000. So this is a dynamic channel that's putting up content fairly regularly, which is great. I'm going to get you to excuse me for 1 second. I'm just going to step aside, and I will be right back. Okay, hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting. I just had to step aside for a quick second there. That's Willow Galaxy. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up. I'm glad to see Thailand Mick is connecting with a lot of channels today. This is somebody who's connected both to me and Jeff Lepard from Do It All Ceiling. Cakes, Coffee, and Convo is coming up right now. I keep forgetting. I've said I was going to put Kristen up like 5 times already. I'm going to have it ready. So as soon as I'm done another few minutes with Cakes, Coffee, and Convo, then Kristen will finally come up. I spun the wheel and she came up like I don't know how long ago. Looks like I'm caught up with the chat. If I've missed anything, I certainly don't mean to. Hopefully everybody is having a good time connecting with each other, meeting new friends and family members. As inspired by nature, NG, you've been waiting the whole time. I keep seeing that wheel. This is what happens to Georgia Bulldogs. They come in and half the time when they get on the wheel, and the wheel just keeps spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning. It's going to get to you eventually, but I notice it's been a while. I don't know if Yoga with Mo is still here or not. I do appreciate every moment that everybody can spend, and I am just Cassia. Thanks for letting us know you're back. 71 before, now on 68. Oh yeah. Healthy Lifestyle with Steph, are you talking about subscribers? Have you lost a couple of subscribers this weekend? Because YouTube has done some purging. So as I've got a handful of different messages from people this weekend, but as well, when I go on other live streams, I see people talking about it. We hear of channels losing 10, sometimes even as many as 40 different subscribers. And what's happening is YouTube often purges. So they do it regularly anyway, but once in a while they do like this sweep, it seems. And yeah, there you go. So Zachary is saying that they lost about 12. It happens from time to time. And you say you got them back. So that's interesting. I have different numbers on everything. So I use a lot of different apps, right? So I use YT Tracker, I use TubeBuddy, I use the YouTube Studio app and different things like this and Social Blade and everything else. When you look at the different things, they all seem to have different numbers right now. But what happens is YouTube purges, and sometimes part of it is if you connected with somebody months ago and never went back to watch a video, never liked, never commented, anything like that, and they also didn't do the same for you in many, many months, YouTube sometimes just knocks those subscriptions off, especially for channels that are not active. Sometimes you meet people today, like we might be meeting people in Tuber Chat, and while I wish success for everybody, whatever that means to you, then we also know that not every single person is going to be doing YouTube 5 years from now. Some people will quit, hopefully not many, but we know that it will happen. Or life gets in the way sometimes. It's not for a matter of quitting. Sometimes it's a matter of things get busy. You just can't be running YouTube and everything else in life at the same time. And that's fine too, but YouTube might purge. So it does that from time to time. We've seen it again and again. So don't be worried about it. Like I started actually today's live stream talking about, if you do watch the first few minutes of the replay, you'll see me talk about it. But it's almost like YouTube is a constant 2 steps forward, 1 step back kind of a platform where you must be willing to give much more than you ever expect to receive from anyone to be able to get what you want here on YouTube. But if you can do that and be okay with it, then you will eventually get more than you ever were hoping for in the first place. But it seems that we basically have to. It's like, it'd be nice if we'd say like, yeah, generosity really pays off. But the truth is it's essential here to get what you want. And so I wouldn't be too worried about it. It seems to be something that they've done over the weekend, but it's probably going to have calmed down by now or soon after. And you got to know, as much as we try, not every connection that we have is going to be legitimate. In the last 2 weeks, I've probably banned 5 channels from Tuber Chat for sub behavior because, you guys know well enough we don't do that here. And so that kind of stuff can lead to connections not lasting either. That's why I go on over and over and over about these processes and saying you have to watch a video that's a minute long and all the stuff that you hear me say over and over. I'm glad that you say that as inspired by nature NG, that you have a good time here. hopefully we bring some kind of value. I learn from creators of all sizes every single day. And what I wish to do is share that knowledge with everybody so that you can add it to what you already know and what you're going to continue to learn. And then you can make the best decisions for your own channel. There are some things that are a universal truth for all of us, and then there are many things that are dependent on your individual channels, the niche that you're in, and the way that you decide to produce your content. So Kristen Welton is up now because I forgot to put her channel up like 100 times after she already came up on the wheel half an hour ago. And the last time I spun the wheel, Kira came up. So Kristen Welton is my love, my girlfriend, of course, and Kira is her daughter. They are always with us in Tuber Chat. Bittersweet Life, thanks for coming in. I believe you've been here before, although it's been a little while. So thank you for coming in. Hopefully you feel welcome here. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house, and everybody is willing to connect, so you can reach out to anybody that you'd like at all. Kira is now very close to her 200 subscribers, so I know that it's on her mind. We're hoping to get her there this weekend, but we'll see how close we can get her today, because we all know what it's like to hit those milestones. Whether it's 10 subscribers or 20 or 50 or 100 or 300 or 1,000, it always is a good feeling. So it's coming up. Kira's got her own channel. It's very much hers. She is expecting to be putting out content every single week. She's recently started live streaming. So that's a help as well for watch time and things like that. As well, I should remind everybody, if you need watch hours or you know somebody who does, one of the simplest collaborations you can make is to swap playlists with another creator. You're just agreeing to run a playlist for them. They're agreeing to run a playlist for you. All of our moderators do it, as well as Kristen, Kira, and myself, of course. I'll leave a message in the chat occasionally from my personal channel if you want to connect with me over there. And I'm available on Facebook and Twitter if you want to make, or Facebook and Instagram if you want to make arrangements for that. Kira does it as well. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up. And I'll think about adding another name. Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder. I wonder if you're still here. Some of these channels have been very, very busy today, so some of the channels have been waiting quite a while. Oh, pasting in the wrong windows here. There's Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder, and let me just check. But Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder, are you still here? I don't think so. I think you left a while ago. So I'll just move on to the next channel quickly, and when we get one that's here, I will add some more names to the wheel. I appreciate every minute that everybody spends here at Tuber Chat. I know not everybody can just sit here and spend a couple of hours just because it's convenient for me to live stream at this moment. So that much more, I appreciate every moment that you spend, and especially because we get busier and our channels grow and we follow more people, it becomes hard to support everybody as much as we all might like. This is Yoga with Mo. She's a dynamic creator who's been connected with us. She's a featured previously featured channel here at Tuber Chat. The other thing I should mention, if you want to be considered as a featured channel, then the best thing that you can do is sign up for the email list at tuberchat.com. It's very simple. You just put your email in. It gives you a confirmation, and then you're added. It's only me that's going to be emailing you, not more than once a week, and I haven't even started yet, but shortly I'll start sending emails out that let you know what we're doing as we're doing it. So as we build extra things like our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages and groups and things like that, our subreddit and our Twitter list and things like that, you'll know right away so that you can continue to find and connect with dynamic creators who are loyal and dedicated supporters, even when we're not live streaming. We want to be able to help you 24 hours a day. We got a lot of different ways of doing that. Hopefully you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. And hopefully you're starting to post your videos in our subreddit where we have a thread dedicated to playlist buddies as well. So let me refresh my list, and I will see if I can add a couple of names onto the wheel. Jazzy Nicole 81 is still waiting. Berlinda Engman. Arizona Insider. Healthy Lifestyle with Steph. Jaden Sue. I don't think we put you up yet, did we? Again, the way that the wheel works is after a while I put your name on the wheel. And the wheel's random. When I spin the wheel, and when your name comes up, I put you up on the screen for a couple of minutes and we talk about your channel if that's what you would like. But it's if you're still here. So like, for instance, Catherine with Friends, I don't know if she's still here. So what I'll do is I will put that channel up, and then I'll have a look and see if she's still here. And if she is not, then I'll move on quickly. Yeah, she may not be here. I am just Cassia's here. Cassie is reaching out to let everybody know that they have got, they're willing to swap playlists. So if anybody wants to do that, they can reach out as well. Everybody's free to make their own arrangements. We do have a subreddit dedicated to Tuber Chat where everybody's able to post their videos, ask for advice, look for collaborations, and talk about milestones and things like that. But as well, we have a thread dedicated for if you want to make playlist swapping arrangements there as well. So this is Jaden Sue. This is a channel that's with us for every live stream, and they are generous in that they share for us as well. They're connected to us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, as well as Reddit. I am Tanika Shanette is talking about getting watch hours, willing to exchange playlists as well. So all of our moderators do it, basically. So you can reach out, especially, you can reach out to anybody that you want. As you mentioned that, more people will probably reach out to you as well. And then Kristen, Kira, and myself do it. I'll leave another message in the chat. And you can reach me on Facebook or Instagram as well. And I'm happy to run playlists for people. I have a couple of accounts that I can use so we can go more than once if you want to. And it can really start to stack the hours up if you'd like to. And I'll spin and we'll get to our next channel. This is Healthy Lifestyle with Steph. She's with us very often. Healthy Lifestyle with Steph is a dynamic creator. Did we look at your channel today already or no? Or was that on the other day? Yeah, in Rachel's place, no problem. So you can reach me either at Tuber Chat or my personal one, Kevin K. It's all one word. I'm easy to find. I think that's you right there. So yeah, and we'll make arrangements to swap playlists. I think I can start with you even as early as tomorrow. I'm running K Renee and Zelda Master John right now. I'm always running a handful. I have a big playlist system, as a matter of fact, and it's growing. But yeah, we can probably get started right away. And so Healthy Lifestyle with Steph, yeah, I don't think we looked at your channel today. So forgive me if I'm wrong about that. It's healthy. That's what shows you Healthy Lifestyle is back with us so often that I can't remember whether I looked at the channel today or if I looked at it the other day. Cozy Relaxation, thank you for the time you've spent. I always appreciate every moment that you spend here, so thank you very much. And then hopefully you're subscribed and have the bell on so you'll catch us next Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. The times will change, but the live streams are already set up so you can get notified. And I'll spin the wheel again. We'll get our next channel up. Oh, Arizona Insider, you must love when that happens. As Inspired by Nature NG has been waiting for the entirety of the live stream. So here we go. So you've got some live streaming going on where you're obviously helping people connect. As well, you've got one scheduled for tomorrow at 6 a.m. my time. I don't know what time zone you're in, but that is about 14 hours from now. So that's great. It is, do you ever watch the show Billions, Arizona Insider? It's something else. I love that show. But they've got a line in there, and one character uses all the time. He says, "What's meant to happen always does." But I find it kind of comical. You make me think of that when you say that there. And then it's good when you have live streams or even videos. I'm a fan of premieres if you have enough subscribers, and there's no real way to know how many, but if you, I would suggest, let's say 500. It's an arbitrary number, but I did a couple of premieres when my personal channel was a little bit smaller than that, and I found doing a couple premieres that nobody showed up, and I wasn't quite, I'm barely getting involved in this stuff right now, so that's never a good feeling. But after you have about 500 subscribers, you've got enough people that you're going to have a couple of people show up to a premiere. So premieres are an idea for your videos, but live streams as well, and anything that you can set well in advance. So your videos, in my opinion, should always be uploaded private. You play with your descriptions and your tags and your title and stuff like that. Do all your SEO, get your thumbnail happening, and then post the video as far later as possible. So if you're uploading a video in the morning and you really want to publish it that day, I would wait 3 or 4 hours at least. The reason why is because YouTube's algorithm needs time to catalog it. Yeah, CyberLife did a premiere today that I was in. But I always suggest setting everything way in advance. That's why the Tuber Chat live streams are almost always done days in advance. So by the time we get around to today's live stream, next week's 4 live streams are already set. So they're well in advance, set in the YouTube algorithms. They're cataloged. They know the tags. We can get pushed out a little bit, and people will hopefully find us. And this is how, along with everybody sharing as much as they do, this is how we get some new people to come through. Yeah, CyberLife, good idea. At least a day early. Sometimes I set things a week and a half in advance if I can, if I know I'm going to, like live streams and things like that. My best performing video, I should do a real talk about it one day. I've got one live stream that got 20,000 views in the first 48 hours. But that was planned. The luck was on my side, but my channel was ready. And it's a long speech to make that happen because I only have 1,400 subscribers. It's not like I have all kinds, but it was planned. But because the channel was established and the live stream was set in advance, luck was able to take that video away for me. So let me just have a look at what is all happening here. Berlinda Engman is up on the screen. I don't know if you're still here. We'll find out in a second. I am Tanika Shanette. can go on the wheel. I don't think Berlinda Engman is still here. So Arizona Insider, I know you are, because we love billions. I love that show. I'm going crazy right now because they paused, right? I don't know if they did an episode last night. We had a family thing yesterday, and we're way too tired to even have noticed. Yeah, Zelda Master John, I have, so Kira does from Xbox One Minecraft live streams, but she uses a capture card that I have here, which I'm going to show you. You've probably heard of it anyway. The Elgato HD60. So as far as I understand, it's necessary. Now, it's possible with the Xbox One and PS4. I don't know enough about them to know whether you can stream directly from them. But I use the, we just use the capture card. As I was saying about billions, yeah, they took a couple weeks off, which stressed me right out. I got completely bent out of shape over that. But if they put an episode out last night, I have yet to see it. Kristen and I don't watch a lot of television, and we watch different things often, so it's hard for us to find shows that we really like that we can both watch. But when we do, then we watch them together and this and that. But Billions is one of those shows. So I am Tanika Shanette. Forgive me for taking so long to talk about your channel after I've got it up here. You are a new connection for Tuber Chat, so I am not going to watch I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. So what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos. I won't take a try on haul, but I will take I want to give you a few minutes of watch time. Let's try this. I want to see what this is. Sponsorship infomercial. I'll add this into my watch later list. What this will allow me to do is after the live stream today, over the next few days, I will go through my watch later list and I will watch that video in full. And while I watch that video, I will leave you a meaningful, genuine comment of at least a couple of full sentences for that video. I will give you a thumbs up, of course, and I will subscribe. And in that way, I will make sure that your our connection sticks, and then hopefully you're subscribed to Tuber Chat and you have the bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Next week's stuff is all set. Dear Planet, thank you for coming in. Hopefully you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody in the chat is willing to connect. Basically, we just reach out to each other one by one, watch a short video in full, leave a meaningful comment related to the content of the video, give a thumbs up, and of course, if you enjoy their content, you subscribe. We subscribe to everybody at Tuber Chat, and then come back into the chat here, let them know that you've connected, and then they can turn around and do the same thing for your channel. So, oh, thank you, Food Fight Showdown. Yeah, I'll be happy to return that favor as well, so I appreciate you saying that. Let me spin the wheel. We've got two channels here to look at. I'll see if I can add another name or not. Oh, I am to be. It's a good thing I pay attention to what I'm doing, right? Jazzy Nicole 81, here you go. Let's have a look at your channel. You get the same speech as I am Tanika Shanette got. So because it's your first time here, I don't subscribe or watch videos while I live stream. What I will do is take your latest video here, the 40 question challenge, add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, over the next few days, I will go through my watch later list. I will watch that video in full. I will leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. Oh, Arizona Insider, I must have spun your name and not put you up. Something's wrong with me today. I'm so sorry. I'm getting way wrapped up in the speeches that I'm giving. For some reason, I've skipped a couple channels today. So Jazzy Nicole, I will go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video. I'll give you a meaningful comment. I will thumbs up and I will subscribe. And in that way, we will make sure that the connection sticks, because we always want to make sure that we do it the right way. So Arizona Insider, I don't know how I did that. I got so wrapped up in talking to you about billions that I must have not realized I didn't. I did the same thing to Kristen. I said I was going to put her channel up 3 times and kept on not doing it. Today's been a good live stream for talking about a few things. Like, so first of all, we have that glitch that has people having lost a lot of subscribers over the weekend. So we talked about that a couple of times and spent a bit of time on that. But then as well, we got into talking about a couple of other YouTube glitches and stuff like this. So it's been great for that, but I think it has my head wrapped up in this stuff a little bit. I love this stuff. I go on about it all the time. Never stops. We had a family thing yesterday where we're now in Southern Ontario, we're allowed to get together in groups of 10. I haven't seen my family in months and months and months. So we've been able to get together, and we yesterday celebrated Kristen's birthday, my son's birthday, Mother's Day, Father's Day, and Kira and my niece's graduations all in one. And it's an hour and a half drive, almost 2 hours from where we are to Toronto to where they are. And the whole time there, I'm talking YouTube, and the whole time back, I'm talking YouTube. It's something else. I love this stuff. I'm so happy with what we're doing. But hopefully you're enjoying it as well. Arizona Insider is a dynamic creator that I love saying pleasant things about. They're here with us all the time. I like these couple of new thumbnails that you've done. I know I've mentioned your thumbnails before, but I know you got away from the style. You were using these for a while, but these I like as well. What I like about it is the brand. So because I know you from here in Tuber Chat, I would recognize your these especially. I would recognize those. You're the only one who's done thumbnails in these colors that I can think of, so I would automatically think of you. But I like this because you're carrying your brand on. Not that you have to use those colors. You make the right decision for your channel, but it is a very good idea. But I like these a lot too. If you see that, he might be gone now, but Jeff was here with Do It All Sealing, and that's one of the other channels that I manage. I know I talked about it a long time ago, but this style of thumbnail is similar to what I did on that channel. So it shows how much I favor that kind of stuff. Whether it's great or not, I don't know. We have to use... Dear Planet, Tuber Chat is just the name of this channel, but I'm actually using StreamYard right now. Yeah, Tuber Chat is just the name of the channel, like Happy Lux or like Armed American Patriot or William Newell or Melda and Armour Family, The Crockett Way, Vern's Junk Closet, all the other growth streams. It's just the name of the channel. But StreamYard I use right now for this. No, it's funny. It's fine. Because I named it to sound and look a little bit kind of corporate, like a little bit official. That's my thing. I know not everybody will like it because I'm not usually as fun with my marketing as everybody else, but I've been doing marketing a long, long time. So it's meant for it to catch on and people just to be very clear about what to expect when they get here. That's why it's named Tuber Chat. It really doesn't matter what I do on the screen or the things that I say because the activity goes down in the chat. That's where we all connect. So forgive my long-winded speech about it, but hopefully you enjoy it here. But I use StreamYard right now. I will probably switch to Streamlabs and make the streams a little bit more hardcore after a little while. But up until now, it hasn't been necessary. I really want to focus just on the channels that I'm talking about and not so much about the bells and whistles that I can add to the stream. But I'll see about that eventually. But yeah, StreamYard is wonderful. It works perfectly, and that's what I've been using up until now. So I'm just looking at my list again here. I am just Cassia. I'm going to put your channel up right now. And then that's going to be it for today. I'm going to get us another growth stream that we can go to so that we can continue connecting with everybody. This is, I have two favorite growth streams where I have gained hundreds and hundreds of subscribers, both for my personal channel and for Tuber Chat. And I will leave my personal channel in the chat here as well, in case you want to connect with me there. And I am just Cassia. You are a new connection for Tuber Chat. I do not subscribe or watch videos while I live stream. So what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos and add it into my watch later list. I'll take this one here. And what that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I will go through my watch later list in the next few days. I will watch that video in full. I will leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of this video of at least a couple of sentences long. I will give you a thumbs up for sure, and I will subscribe. And in that way, I will make sure that our subscription sticks. In the meantime, what I'll ask from everybody, if you want to keep connecting with everybody, is to go and head over to Melda and Amra family with the link that I'm putting here and mention Tuber Chat Raid. We will raid their chat right now as you head over there. I'll come over as well, and we'll continue to grow and meet more friends and family members. We've gained hundreds of subscribers from them over the last long while. So thank you, everybody, for spending the time here at Tuber Chat. I appreciate every moment that you spend with us, especially because as we grow and as we follow more and more channels, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all might like. Let's have a quick look at G-Free here. Before we go, G-Free's been here for quite some time today, but is a channel that I've been connected with both personally and on Tuber Chat for quite some time. So I don't know if you've been in and out or today or why you're not on my list, but let's get your channel up so we can have a look at it. G-Free is a dynamic creator who's very much liked and well respected in the community. And like I said, somebody who's been connected with me on my personal channel as well as here at Tuber Chat for many months. So I hope everybody will connect with her. The chat will continue for another quick moment, but I hope that you'll head over to Melda and Amra family with the link that I dropped in the chat. Mention Tuber Chat Raid when you're over there. And then I will see you there, and we'll get some more friends and family members for everybody. So thank you very much, and we will see you next Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.